Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It is November the 1st, 2024. Hope you guys had a great Halloween yesterday, if you celebrate, that is. We had 129 kids come to the door, so it was a pretty good year. They all came between 5 and 7, and then cut off as 8 o'clock. That's what the curfew is for trick-or-treating. But between 7 and 8, our neighborhood was kind of dead. So at 7:15, we turned out the lights, and we had a few chocolate bars left. The pop was all gone. And yeah, it was pretty successful. I have to get the decorations down today and put them away. It is a bit raining outside today, but 17 or 18 degrees is going to be the high. Even in some parts, it might even be 20 degrees. So beautiful day. Yesterday was the same, 20 degrees. The trick-or-treaters were out, and it was still 13 or 14 degrees by 7 o'clock. So yeah, great day for it. Now, I didn't go around and videotape the different Halloween displays like I have done in some in the past. You can check out previous videos if you want to see that. I just wasn't in the mood to do it, and time constraints with other things going on. One of the things you might be tuning in for today, thinking, well, it's the first of the month, it is Stamp of the Month Day. Because today is also my Postcrossing day, I pushed Stamp of the Month till tomorrow. I know there's a live stream tomorrow, but you're going to get a live stream tomorrow, and you're going to get a Stamp of the Month video, so that's going to happen. Also, Stamp versus Stamp with Snail Mail with Smokey will probably be sometime next week. I've already started working on it. It looks like it's going to be a fun one. I've got some things I got to do in order to make it work, but I've started picking out the stamps, and we've had a discussion about stuff. I'm going to have to create some videos. So, yeah, that's going to happen next week, too. So there are some things coming up. Thank you to all of you who have been reaching out about the potential work stoppage with Canada Post. I appreciate it. It's something that's on my mind. It hasn't happened yet. I can give you that update. So as of right now, we're still open for business. Whether we'll be open on Monday, I don't know yet. The corporation or the union have 72 hours to give notice. They haven't given it yet. If they give it by the end of today, it means we will be locked out or on strike by Monday. Otherwise, they keep pushing. Where they haven't given it, I guess that means they must be talking about things. So that's good news. Fingers crossed that a deal gets reached and no work stoppage happens. But if there does, I will keep you updated. So thank you so much for all you guys reaching out and just giving me hope. So that's it. All right, if you're tuning in for the first time and you're not quite sure what's happening in this channel, today's Friday. So Friday, I show all the mail that has arrived throughout the week. I'm not talking about bills and flyers and all that sort of stuff. Bank statements, I'm not showing you that. I'm showing you postcards I get from Postcrossing, which if you're not sure what that is a hobby of exchanging postcards around the world with strangers. And it is fantastic. It is free. You can go to postcrossing.com. You can register for it. You get your chance to do your first 5 postcards. Send those off. As soon as they reach the destination, they'll get registered and postcards will start arriving to you. That's the simple fact of it. And I'm going to show you some of the ones that have arrived in my mailbox this week. I've also been lucky enough to have some direct swaps that I exchange postcards with. So I'm going to show you the cards that have arrived for them. And it's a couple surprises that showed up too. That is the wonderful thing about this YouTube channel, is that people watch around the globe. And I'm very happy that people do, and people have messaged. But some people just send a card in. They get the address because it's in the description of every one of my videos. And they send me some, words of encouragement. Sometimes it's just a card. Sometimes it's a gift of stamps or bookmarks or washi tape or whatever. It doesn't have to be a gift, and I'm not asking for those. I just want to say that I appreciate anyone who watches, and it's nice to hear from you, whether it's in the comment field or you decide to send me a postcard, that too. So make sure you like, you subscribe, you leave positive comments, you share with other people, put the notification bell on because I don't want you to miss out on any of the videos. And if you get a chance, go back and watch some of the older ones too. We've had a lot of fun creating videos. I create a lot of videos. Almost daily you get something from me. I do try to take the odd break in order to rejuvenate my mind and my body, and things like my voice. Some of you have commented that my cough seems to have gone away. It has almost completely gone away. I get it from time to time with the change in temperatures. I think most people probably get that cough. And that's when, you get out of the shower in the morning and you get hit with that blast of cold air, you get a cough. You get into a car that you put on the air conditioning for the first time, you get a cough, or the heat. So I have that left. But for the most part, I am able to talk at a breakneck speed once again. I will try to slow it down for you though, because I know not everybody's English is the first language, and I want the subtitles to match up as best as they can too. So I will slow it down, but I am excited about showing you what's coming in the mail this week. So let's get started with the official cards. The first one I have is this zine here. It comes from Germany. It comes from Ulrich. And he says, along this waterway, they ride their bicycles to lunch or to get some cake and a cup of coffee, always along the River Spree. Sometimes we rent a paddle boat, and their red Tomcat Otto is waiting at home. He is very purry when we get back, and then we get his food and is happy. So thank you so much, Ulrich. There is the stamp. I like to show you the stamps that come on all these cards too. And thank you for that serenity, the beautiful places you guys have to explore on a daily basis. The next card, also coming from Germany, is a beer-inspired postcard. Let me just read what it says here. It says, the history of beer brewing began several thousand years ago in the Middle Ages. Beer was brewed in monasteries. The art and craft of beer began. In Germany, beer is generally produced according to the purity law, which is for about 100 years old. That means that the beer is only to be made of water, malt, hops, and yeast. Over time, a wide variety of beer types brewing sites have emerged. There are about 1,500 breweries, from well-known large suppliers to microbreweries. Brewing sciences can be studied at some universities, and people come to Germany to broaden their skills. Craft beer brewing is part of the intangible culture heritage of Germany since some years. And there it shows you the hops and the water and the different types of beer that you can have. On the back, Patricia says, hey, I really love this card. Beer is an important part of life in Germany. We even joke around that 4 beers is also a meal for us. Or the saying, and then she translates it for me, which means no beer before 4 o'clock. Soon I will brew my own beer. I'm so excited. Best wishes, Patricia. So thank you, Patricia. I'm not a drinker, but I know that many Canadians are drinkers. Whether it goes with the sporting events they go to, or whether it's just a social thing to go out and have a drink with your friends. Beer is important here, but when we think of beer, we think of those beer steins, Oktoberfest, and of course Germany for the mountains and mountains of bottles of beer. So yeah, so thanks, Patricia. My next card is kind of a Formula One card. Really like this one. It comes from Slovenia, and it comes from the capital city. And it says, oops, I forgot that you show your postcards on your YouTube. I guess I should stick the stamps on more neatly. Keep well and take care, Natasha. And the reason she said that, I mean, they're pretty good. These ones are straight. This one just kind of got off kilter a little bit. But really nice bird stamps. Not too long ago, I showed bird stamps or a featured bird stamp as my stamp of the month theme. So these would have been perfect for that. I really appreciate this one because it's kind of got a spooky Halloween black cat theme, and it arrived in time for Halloween, so I was able to tell her that. So thank you so much, Natasha, for that card and those stamps. And I like the fact that it was a Formula One, well, not an official Formula One, but certainly looks like it. My last official one comes from the United States. It is a U.S. Postal System one. Nor rain, nor sleet, nor pandemic, nor hail, nothing shall stop the U.S. mail. And sometimes we hear that saying here in Canada, and people say, well, you know, it was snowing out today. How come the mail stopped? It's not supposed to stop. Well, in Canada, we don't go by this. We go by safety first. And that is always the key. If we are unsafe, if someone hasn't shoveled up to their front walkway or cleared a safe path to their mailbox, whether it's their front door or at the roadside, we don't stop for it because we don't want to trip and fall and slip and have all sorts of injuries. So safety first is the Canadian Post motto. I guess we're going to go with that anyways. So on the back, Elaine says, yes, please share this with others. The more who participate in Postcrossing, the better. I have gotten so much pleasure from sharing cards around the world. And I'm with you, Elaine. This hobby that I have been a part of for 4 years now is fantastic. There's the stamps. So I'm always trying to encourage people, check it out. If you're interested in cards, if you're interested in paper, if you're interested in stickers and washi tape and postage stamps, all of that is wrapped up into one beautiful gift of being able to go to the mailbox and not have just bills and flyers and bank statements waiting for you, but messages from around the world with beautiful images of places that maybe you've never traveled to or haven't traveled to yet, but might inspire you to do so. That's why I'm always encouraging people to check out Postcrossing. All it costs you is your time and a stamp. Yeah, the stamps are getting more expensive, so we just budget accordingly, and it all works out well. So if you haven't tried it yet, get on it, try it, postcrossing.com. All right, let's get into some of my direct swaps that showed up. The first one is this Coke. See, it's a Coke bottle and a lady behind it. See right there, there's a lady behind the Coke button and the cart. The reason why I'm doing that is because she's naked. So there are the stamps from Anita in Austria. Nice mushroom stamps, don't you think, Steve? So Stephen, if you're watching, there you go. It's a happy Thanksgiving weekend, happy birthday. So it came a little bit later. She asked, what's my favorite flavor of Coke? Coke Zero? She loves the original Coca-Cola, the taste and drinking out of a glass bottle. I have to agree, it is Coca-Cola Classic. That's the Coke that I want to drink. I don't drink Diet Coke. I don't drink Coke Zero. I don't like the taste of the aspartame that they put in to compensate for not having the sugar. So for me, I gotta have the sugar. So I go with the Coke Original. And if you can get it in a glass bottle, that is absolutely the best way to drink Coca-Cola. If you get it from like a fountain, it's kind of watered down. If you get it in a can, it's okay. I mean, that's how I generally drink it, from a can. If you get it in a bottle, the plastic doesn't taste the same. Glass bottle all the way, that's the way to go. So thank you so much for this card. I really love it. And those of you who like naked women and Coca-Cola, maybe you'd like it too. All right, the next card is a bit of a Halloween card. Last week I had one of two. This is two of two, showing up from Lewis in Spain. We have a couple of skeletons that are attached. And it says, well, your lady is also losing weight. And the reason your lady is also losing weight, if you saw one of one last Friday, it was a skeleton sitting on the toilet. And so that was the joke that went along with it. And so he has decorated up with beautiful stamps and stickers, and says Happy Halloween. So happy Halloween to you, Lewis, and thank you so much again for the postcards. The next card is a blue cat card. This comes from Judy in Florida, and also Halloween themed. And she says, trying to catch up on a few postcards. This is one of my all-time favorite blue cat postcards. I'm glad you like them too. And I really do. There are the stamps. Judy is a stamp collector, so she always puts on beautiful stamps. She's decorated very nicely. Even put a unicorn pumpkin for the unicorn gang. We've got some nice washi tape on there. And great job, Judy. I really appreciate it. And a great card all along. The next card is a surprise card. Memories of Mexico 2018. This comes from Lexi, and she's in Atlanta, Georgia, or at least that's where the postmark comes from. It says, I'm a new postcrosser. I found your postcrossing on a Google search, but wasn't sure. Let me start that again. She's a new postcrosser, and she found out about postcrossing on a Google search, but wasn't sure if it was a legit. And then I found your channel. I love your channel and all the wonderful cards and letters you've received. I love notes and letters, and just love the hobby. Notes and words mean a lot to me. I thought you might like this World Postcard Day card that she made. I made it after seeing your postcard that I made. So this is a trip she took to Mexico, and how amazing. She got to see a whale breach. I've never seen that in person. I've seen it on TV and in pictures and videos, but anytime that I've gone whale watching, if I see a whale at all, it's usually just kind of the dorsal fin or the side of the whale, the hump coming over the top. That's what you see, but having it leaping out of the water like that would have been just incredible. There are the stamps. And there's no return post or address, so Lexi, I can't write you back. So if you do want to reach out to me, you can always get in touch with me on Instagram at thatdadguy1974 and send me your address, and I will send you a thank you card in return. The next card comes from Monty and Violet. We've got a Halloween card here, and what does it say? It says reaching out to keep in touch. Monty always does a great job of that. and inspired to decorate and put a whole bunch of older stamps. One of my favorite stamps from 1974 is this rural mail driver delivering the mail, kind of what we do. You can see the Canada Post sign on the top. And if you remember that stamp, you might see it again very soon. It says, I hope you like this card. It's my first attempt at decorating besides stickers. You've done a fantastic job. Keep up the good work. You guys are doing great. I know Violet has decorated some in the past too, so good job, Monty. The next card is a World Postcard Day card, is it not? Certainly looks like the Timeless of the Magic of the Post. This comes from Joe in India. It was a meetup card, not a World Postcard Day, but it is World Postcard Day. There's the cancellation. There are all the attendees of the meetup and the beautiful postbox stamps. Thank you, Joe, for including that and sending that to me. I really appreciate it. The next one says, join the Navy, the service for the fighting men. There you go, a world recruitment poster, a war recruitment poster from the United States. And this one comes from David, and he's in Long Island, New York. And this is the second card he has sent to me. There is the forever stamp on it. And he asked me to tell him about the time that I spent in Long Island. Okay, I could do a whole video probably on my memories of Long Island. I will tell you that in my first year university, there's a quick synopsis. First year university, I went to McGill in Montreal. And the person that I attached to the most, my best friend up there, was a gentleman named Stuart Ross, and he came from Long Island. We bonded over hockey. We went to so many hockey games together. We were destined to be roommates in the second year, but in my second year, I didn't make the grades enough, so McGill asked me to take a break for a year, and so I ended up staying in Moncton and having to back out of my agreement to live with he and another gentleman from Chicago. And so we talked back and forth, and the following summer, before what would have been the start of third year university for him, I guess, my second year, but he invited me to come down to Long Island. His father owned a restaurant there, and so I went to live with him on the North Fork. If you know Long Island, it has kind of two forks, a North Fork and a South Fork. The most famous place on the South Fork is the Hamptons, of course, and so I lived on the North Fork and had a fabulous time. I helped out in their restaurant, and yeah, there's lots of stories to talk about there, whether it's about the mafia or all sorts of things. We'll talk more about that, I'm sure. There'll be more questions. All right, that's all I'll leave it at for right now, David. I'm sure we'll talk more in the future. The next thing I have comes from Stephen in Australia. Look at this souvenir sheet he's put on the front of this envelope. And inside the envelope, we have this card. And it talks about two other cards that are in this envelope that I'm not going to show right now because it has something to do with Stamp of the Month. He has added it for the giveaway for this theme. And so pay attention, you'll see them soon enough. But he did include this card too. And on the back it says, happy belated birthday. I know you like all things Japanese, so I hope you will like this postcard. Best wishes, Steve. And he has decorated it. We've got a bunch of hedgehogs there, a little polo. And then with it, I have to be extra careful here. He has included this stamp. And yes, it is a stamp the size of this oversized postcard. And it says, I'm not really sure if there's a message in the various stickers and washi tape, but if there is one, isn't it that you should just partake of the, I can't read what it says there. I think, leave that to the shamans. Okay, I think it was something about the different vegetation that he has on the back. It says, anyways, I hope you like the long stamp from Kyrgyzstan Express Post. At the time of being issued, it was supposed to be the longest stamp in the world. And then he's included a couple things for the giveaway, which I won't talk about until the giveaway. But wow, what a stamp. So very happy with that. Beautiful addition to my collection. That certainly will stay in the collection. I will put it somewhere safe for sure. Now, the other thing that Stephen from Australia likes to do, and that we are all happy that he has done, is he includes a few limericks. So every Friday I get to read one of his limericks, and so that's where we'll go to next. And it's on this beautiful forest card, and it's limerick number 18. It says, there are mermaids who sit on wet rock. Let me get this right. There are mermaids who sit on wet rocks, darning their knickers and socks. But if near them you roam, they'll dive 'neath the foam and give their pet eels electric shocks. Oh, the joys of owning a razor? A taser, I think that's what it's supposed to mean, or probably what it does mean, just my reading of it. So his limericks are always so much fun. So thank you so much for providing me with another one. It kind of rhymes too, doesn't it? All right. In that Halloween spirit, I got this card from Kyler in Prince Edward Island. It is all decorated up with spooky goodness, and we have a King Charles III stamp on there, and wasn't canceled, so it's come through the post again, non-canceled. Thank you, Kyler. All right, going with a more spooky theme, or a continuation of the spooky theme, is this one on spiders. So if you don't like spiders, I should have said that before I started to show it. If you don't like spiders, skip ahead a little while. All right, that's it. We have some spiders. I know there are people out there that don't. And sometimes we just have to remember these are just pictures, stamps. These aren't real spiders. Yes, they are images of real spiders, but they aren't real spiders. They're just stamps. I am going to show you again. It comes with a card. Talks about spiders, talks about the card, because it's not a first day cover, but it's an envelope very similar to a first day cover. And inside that, she has also included this card. It says, how are you? Have you had fun writing your Halloween postcards? I'm enjoying my time at work decorating a bunch. Yes, I have. I'm sorry. She also included a little sticker that fell on the floor. I have sent out some Halloween postcards prior to Halloween, so hopefully those people get them. She has included some Halloween stamps, some stickers rather, that I can use next year, and some blank postcards that I can also save to use next year, because they are fantastic cards. Love these cards. So that's what I did this year. Any Halloween cards that I sent off, that's all I had at the time for them, so those people that got them. It wasn't that I was forgetting anybody for Halloween. I was just responding to cards that came in. I don't go out and usually write extra cards, because I send out enough cards as it is that I can't afford to randomly send out cards anymore like I used to. All right, the next part of this video, let's call it the media part, because media in Finland has sent me a few things, and they've got bunched up in the mail, because I know the dates, I see them on it. They all just arrived this week. So we will start with this one. There is the envelope. There are the nice stamps that she's chosen on there. And inside we have this one here. Looks like an Andy Warhol. She was in Tom Powell, and she went by bus, and she was going to visit some museums while she was there. There was an exhibit by the Seven Sisters from Australia. And then we have a Halloween card. No, not a Halloween card. They're Moomins. There are Moomins down there. And it says she visited the Moomin Museum and went to the Waffle Cafe too. So she and I both like nice treats, whether they're pastries or something a little sweet. So we can connect over that. She sent this one from Estonia. There is nice cancellations and stamps on that. We have an image which looks like Gandalf. I mean, it may just be a wizard, but it looks like Gandalf. No, it is a J.R.R. Tolkien card on the back. This one's also one she got in Tom Powell, and she was going to buy some stamps. That's what she said there. So on the back, you can see J.R.R. Tolkien. Here we have some nice dogs on a bench. And she was looking to buy the Estonian Christmas stamps, she said. Here's a duck in a bed by the ocean. And she was going to go to the book fair in Helsinki. So there we have those. Then this one from Finland. if you remember back before, Finland put out a post-crossing stamp, but they put out hobby stamps. And this one here is Frisbee Golf. That's part of the same set. So it was nice to get that one too. And inside that, we have an in-look. So really nice. And on the back, she has included 3 stamps that came out in 1974. I had mentioned that one of the things that I would looked at wanting to do, let me just try to get this off here, was collect all the stamps that came out in 1974. And when I went to my last stamp show, I didn't really plan well enough ahead, because I really either should have had a Scott catalog with me to figure out what stamps were in 1974, or a list of all the Scott catalog numbers of the stamps that came out in which countries. So I think that is something that I'm going to try to do. It might take me some time, and as luck may or may not have it, I might have some extra time on my hands coming up. So if that should happen, I will create a list of stamps that came out in 1974, and then hopefully when finances are back and paychecks are rolling again, I can go and collect them and then show you what came out. So this is another one. She said she got this postcard from her aunt, who also visited Greece. I sent her a postcard from Greece from my trip. When my wife and I went on our cruise, we stopped in 2 cities. We stopped on the island of Santorini and in Athens. And so I picked up a few postcards along the way, and I've been sending them out to a few people since then. Also got this Halloween card. Yes, these are all from India. This one came from Estonia. You can see the Estonian stamp there. So it was nice to have that. And then the final one that showed up, how cute is this stamp with the 2 chipmunks or squirrels, I guess. Really nice. Huge, huge card. And we have this really cute hedgehog card. It says, here is the team card of the Tampere, which are the champions for the last couple of years now in hockey. I got this in Tampere earlier this week. It's a sunny day, 10 degrees, and then she's going to go to the theater. And so we have this card. It is blank, and it is signed by the whole team, so the champions of their league. So that will be perfect. I mean, I can even save that. I mean, it's a special, very special thing, or if someone comes across that really likes hockey as well, it would be perfect for them too. So I'm not sure what will happen with it. I tend to say if you send me a blank postcard, I will end up sending it back out into the world so other people can enjoy it, because postcards should be written on. That one is big enough that it's almost not a postcard. It is a souvenir. So I could use it as that. All right, the next thing I have, this envelope showed up. This comes from my, I guess, soon-to-be nephew, Lyndon, who lives in British Columbia. He and my niece, Lauren, and my other nephew, Mason, were here about a month ago now and visited. We had a great time showing them around, and they got to go over with my wife's parents and spend some time traveling around too. And so Lyndon and Lauren have been watching my channel. Lyndon comments a lot on the live streams if you're on those. So he is a Vancouver Canucks fan. And I certainly was a Vancouver Canucks fan when I lived on the West Coast, but I have always been a Montreal Canadiens fan first. And so he has adorned the envelope that way. And then inside, talks about stickers. He has taken a piece of cardboard and written on it a nice thank you for having a chance to come here and meet us, and they will be back soon, which is fantastic. He has also included some stamps that his grandfather gave him that he thought I might enjoy more because I'm a stamp collector, so I will show you those in the future. But he also sent me a Vancouver Canucks jersey postcard. So you can see how the uniform has changed through the years, and there are the dates below it. So we're talking about the NHL, the National Hockey League. That's it down here. And the Vancouver Canucks logo, and all the jerseys and the dates that the teams wore those type of jerseys. And it's blank, so it is one of those postcards that can be shipped off to someone else who may enjoy hockey or jerseys or memorabilia. Yeah, it's a great card. So I will show you the stamps in that in another video. And with that other video will be this envelope. This comes from Christian in Australia. There's the nice stamps on the front. Inside we have a couple packets of stamps, and I will show you those with Lyndon stamps in the future. And he just says, I thought I'd send some more stamps and add to your collection and or for a giveaway. Best wishes, keep up the great work. So thank you, Christian, for that. These look like they may all be mint stamps, mint Australian stamps. Some of them are low denomination ones too. So I'll show you what's in there and what's in there. Next week, we are going to be having a definite stamp videos coming up for next week. We'll have a stamp of the month, which hopefully will be out tomorrow, and then stamp versus stamp will be next week. The contents of these envelopes will probably be Monday of next week. Yeah, I know there's those of you who like postage stamps are one group that watches. Those of you who like postcards are another group that watches, and there's a sliver in there that probably just like watching my videos, and I appreciate every sliver of every person that does tune in to watch. You've stuck around with me for over 30 minutes, and I know I've apologized sometimes when my videos run long, but I've had some nice comments saying, doesn't matter how long your videos are, we'll continue to watch. So I do appreciate that, and hopefully you stuck around to the end of this one as well. All right, that's going to be it for today. I will give you one reminder here saying that tomorrow, if you want to be a part of the live stream, it is at 12 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time. That is when I usually go live, and so I will go live again tomorrow. It will be the first Saturday in November, so I'm going to read the responses to the monthly question, and I'm going to give you the new monthly question tomorrow. So if you tune in tomorrow or you watch it after the fact, you're part of the replay crew, you'll find out what the new question of the month is and get a chance to send me a response to it. So I look forward to that. I look forward to seeing whoever comes on tomorrow and interacts. Last week we had a fantastic live stream. Lots of people participating, lots of questions and topics and things we covered. And so maybe tomorrow we'll have the same. I really look forward to it. It is a great time to get together with the community and have conversations in real time. So I may not be seeing your faces in real time, but I am getting to respond to your comments and things. So I really like that. Getting into live streams where we have multiple people that are on cameras at the same time, that might happen soon too. We shall see. There are things in the works and things that we're talking about. And yeah, I want to get together. I want to do more things as the Unicorn Gang. So Renee and Jilly, we got to get some stuff going on there too. I would love for Lewis to be on one of these at one point in time. I know you see Lewis is in the cards, but it'd be nice to interact with everybody all at the same time. And I've had people ask, how do you be a part of the Unicorn Gang? It is a selective few. And I'm not sure how we open up the membership or whether we open it up. It just happens at its natural pace. So right now it is Renee Lewis. You want to check out her channel. Jilly B Living Her Life Her Way. Check out her channel. Make sure you subscribe. Don't just check it out. Myself, thanks for joining me. And Lewis. Lewis doesn't have a channel. It would be great if he did, but that's the 4 that are part of the Unicorn Gang right now. And I don't know, maybe there'll be more members. I guess we'll have to have a monthly annual general meeting to discuss membership expansion. Who knows? Well, I've said it before. That's it. Have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Bye.